Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shamanda. Welcome back. Y'all, let me make sure this microphone on. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm a licensed mental health and addictions therapist based out of North Carolina, and I specialize in financial therapy, which is all about helping you heal and understand your relationship with money. But on this channel, I share my own personal finance journey towards building wealth, saving, paying off debt, investing, entrepreneurship, all that good stuff. But yes, so welcome back. If you see the title, I am adding or contributing again to my Roth for 2026, and I'm excited. Oh my gosh, y'all, because y'all know I love maxing out my Roth, baby. One thing about it. And God willing, if everything continues, this will be the third year that I have maxed out my Roth IRA. So let's talk about it. Usually I do this at the beginning of the year, the first 6 months. That is always like the goal. But, had a lot going on this year, transitions, all that stuff. And so I decided to use the last 6 months of the year, and now we are in month number 2. So if you do the math, if you break it down, the $7,500 that's required to max out for 2026, if you break that up into 6 months, then that's $1,250 each month for 6 months. So I started last month, and this is the second month. So I'm excited. So I moved over $1,250 to my Roth, which means that I have added a total of $2,500 out of $7,500, and that means that I am 33.3% complete with $5,000 remaining. And if you can see right here, I'm gonna put it right here, you can see proof that yes, we are we have the 2,500 out of the 75 for 2026. So super excited about that. Yes. Now this month is a little different though, because I'm like, what am I gonna do with this money? In terms of investing it, what am I going to do with it? How can I make the most of this? If you don't know, I am a licensed real estate broker as well in the state of North Carolina. My license is inactive because I don't have it parked with any real estate firm right now. I am a broker, though. In North Carolina, every state is different, by the way. North Carolina, we are brokers, which is a little different than other states. Some people be looking at us kind of funny, be like, oh, how y'all get to be like brokers? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? I have taken all my post-licensing classes, all that stuff, meaning I could, if I wanted to right now, if I take the broker in charge classes and all that stuff, I could open my own real estate firm, basically. I would not do something like that. I'm not really interested. Now, a second career, maybe later in a few years, maybe, I don't know. But I did, feel this urge to, focus on real estate this month. And so I was like, you know what? I've been reading a lot about REITs, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But I was like, maybe that's how I can, dabble in some real estate this month with my stocks. Because also kind of like going back and forth in terms of home ownership and what I want to do with this home whenever I'm ready to buy another home. But I was like, REITs are another alternative if you want to really get into real estate and if you don't want to actually deal with the actual property. So let's look at what a REIT is, okay? So this is an example. A REIT is a trust or company. It stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. It's a company that owns or operates income-producing real estate and allows investors, which is what I am now in terms of real estate, to participate in the real estate exposure through publicly traded shares. Okay. Now, what I've decided to do is I wanted to do a REIT ETF, which is the same as like with other stocks, right? The other ETFs, but these are specifically focused on real estate investment. So a REIT ETF, instead of just buying one REIT, which I did do that as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I did an ETF, which means that it contains multiple REIT investments. Okay. And so this is what I decided to do. I'm not, and by the way, this is not real estate or investment advice or anything. I'm just telling you what I did with my 1250. Instead of breaking it down into like 25, 25, 25, 25, like in fours, I just decided to look up the top REITs, like an ETF, and then also like, single REITs. And this is what I decided to do. Let me see, how did I break this up? I did VNQ, which stands for, I don't have the name here, but it is a REIT ETF. Okay, so I used that one, and I put $875, which is 70% of that 1250. That's the ETF. That's the foundation. I also did DLR. This gives me exposure to data center real estate. This is kind of getting exposure to the digital economy. I'm not going to get into that, but it definitely has something to do with the AI and the data centers. But let's be for real. That's just where we're going. If you don't agree with that type of stuff, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm an investor. You know what I'm saying? I know there's pros and cons, but like it is what it is. Okay. So when I purchase DLR, I'm not just buying real estate. I'm also getting exposure to the digital economy. Okay. And then I purchased VICI. I think that's what it's called, VICI. And I did, so DLR I did $187.50. And the VICI I did $187.50. Both of those is 15%. But the VICI is experiential gaming REITs. Okay. So like entertainment properties. I know there's a few that you would know if I said, but I don't remember the exact names now. But these are like 3 big top REITs or REITs ETFs. Okay, so that's what I did with that 1250. Now again, I'm not suggesting you do this. This is just how I broke it down. Okay, so yeah, that's how I used the 1250 this time around. Want to see how I feel about it. If I like it, I might actually do this again next month or the rest of the year with the, maxing out, or with my Roth account for this year. We'll see, because I wanted to do a little bit something different than just my regular S&P 500. Now, technically, if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm not like a pro in all this, but I believe that you can actually get some REITs in the S&P, I believe. I'm not mistaken, but I think. But I wanted to purchase some directly, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel excited. I don't know if I'm more excited that I have now officially directly invested in real estate properties through the investment process, or that I just added another $12.50 to my investment account. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited. So if you like this journey, if you like hearing about my investment journey, definitely check in later this month. Actually, I think it'll be next Monday, the last day of the month. I always do a full update on my investment accounts. I share with you guys my total investment amount for each month. So if you are new here, just know that I'm trying to get to 100K total invested by the end of the year. That is my stretch goal for this year. But if I get to 85K, I would still be happy. But the ultimate goal is 100K. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited and so grateful that you guys let me share this update with you. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, share. Also, I'm going to have to go update my board back there. So definitely watch this last clip. Otherwise, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about REITs. Are you invested in REITs or REIT ETF? What are your thoughts on that? Do you prefer to do real estate investment properties, like actual physical properties? Let me know what you think in the comment section. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, y'all. It's that time again. So, of course, starting point is 7,500. Well, we're kind of working backwards this time. But we're doing 1,250 increments. So, I'm going to move up to here. Alright, I'm gonna fill this in and I'll let you see it in a minute. Alright, y'all. So I just filled up my board. It's right there. You can see it's just a little bit more shaded in. So we have $5,000 more to go in order to max out the Roth for 2026. I'm super excited. Make sure you follow on this journey, and I'll see you guys in the next update. See you soon.